Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Pine Pass, episode 26 in our winter map series that was supposed to have been done like back in March, and we've just kept playing. Mainly because once the Hotels and Resorts DLC was announced, it just kind of made sense for Tourist Town to keep going. However, we do have some issues currently. As I discovered in Broston County, for whatever reason, this single tile Railroads of Japan metro entrance does not attract any visitors, and the harbor and bus hub gets bugged from time to time. So we are going to correct both of these problems. It just has to be done. Let's go ahead and even just delete this line completely because it's gonna need to be adjusted anyway. The stops will wind up roughly back in the same spot, so they should update themselves without any issue. So first things first, let's put the ship harbor back in. It can get bugged and ships stop showing up, and that's why I want to fix it. Okay, it's going to give me issues here. Let's get rid of just one more little segment and see if that doesn't... We know it... Oh, we had it. I'm going to pause and see if I can't convince this thing to go in here. Oh, I had it again. It turns green for... There it is. I'm like, for a split second, it'll turn green. For now, I am just going to continue with this little road. We will eventually build something over here. Don't you worry. I think that... I'm going to change this, though, just a little bit. I think that I want whatever road comes in here eventually to be down here off of that and then off of this one as well. So for now, we'll just kind of throw something in there. And then we'll put the metro here. Yeah, let's put the metro right there. They can utilize the crosswalk. Though, I am going to want to do a pavilion down there. So maybe we offset the metro just a little bit. We can always move it. I'm just going to go back to the standard metro station right there. And then we're going to do the same thing right here. And what do you mean you're not in a pedestrian area? What? How'd that happen? There was a pedestrian area here. How? What? How do we lose our pedestrian area? It was a part of... Somewhere we have the buildings for it, and I don't even remember where. I'm going to have to find these real quick. Were they part of this one? Is that what I did? Was just bring this one way over? I don't remember. I truly, truly don't remember. Let's see if we can't find some pedestrian buildings here. This is very odd. I was really hoping these would show up in a special color. They do. Cool. So green. We're looking for bright green buildings. There's that one. There's that one for that area. And that's it. Yeah, how did this wind up outside of a pedestrian area? Maybe we never had a pedestrian area, and what we did instead was we had it... Because that road's not a pedestrian road. Yeah, okay, it's happy now. That's a pedestrian road, though, isn't it? No, that's just dirt. There's nothing there. It's roads there and there. Okay, cool. That fixed that. Anyways, subway. Or metro. And then I'm going to go down. Underground. I'm going to bring this out. 2. And then we're going to come down here. Bring that one out 2. And then we're just going to use our mods. Once I click the right button, we're going to use our mods to just create a curve. Go shift to go underground. Come over here, shift to go underground, and yeah, I'm good with that. And then we'll put that line back in. Maybe it might figure it out on its own. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. We'll see if it figures it out. I mean, it's close enough that it should. This one up here definitely should. Yeah, it looks like it's sorted itself. Yep. They moved right back in. So hopefully by replacing the Harbor Bus Hub and the Metro, we'll actually start seeing some ships appear. Usually just replacing it is enough. I'm going to let the game run for just a minute though, because I kind of want to keep an eye on it and see if anything shows up. And we do indeed have a ship on the horizon that has appeared with 502 passengers. I think this might be the very first cruise ship that we've seen. So, sir, I hate to break it to you, but there is an island right here. You're kind of taking, yeah, there we go. I guess the ship path comes inland and then goes back out. But we're going to let him get docked and then see if they all get on the Metro or not. Let's zoom in so we can see what happens here. I swear if all 500 people just get into cars, I'm going to cry. But it is coming in right now. There we go. Right up to the hub. It is docked and it emptied. There's one passenger wanting to leave right now. And we should see people start coming out of here. Should. There they go. Are they going to come over here to the Metro? And the answer is unequivocally yes. Look at that. So that's going to suddenly fill up with people right there. Maybe. There it goes. So, yeah, if we're getting cruise ships with 150 people, well, we got 2 cars on here, though, so... What was that, 502 people? So most of them are there. Don't know where 200 of them went, but I'm not going to squabble. But we may need to get bigger trains. Simply because that would take the trains going by 3 times to get all that done. Let's do... So it's 500 people that can have up to 1,000. Let's do a train that can hold 300. That would have cleared out everything that just came through a minute ago. So I think that would be sufficient. So cool. We have solved one of the problems that the city's been having. Oh, here comes another one. 659. Wow. That's freaking awesome. Cool. I did kick in one of the events. The whatever it is, an award show. We started an award show just to kind of bring the popularity up. Well, this thing's struggling. It must have crime going on in or trash, one of the two. Crime. Police station over here seems to dispatch police really far away instead of staying local to the community. I want to add in one more touristy style attraction here. Is touristy a word? I don't know. But if it's not, well, I think I just made it one. So that's something we all get to deal with. And I'm kind of looking around to see where I want to do it. What I want to add in is the sleigh ride in Santa's workshop. And I think I'd like it to be just a little removed from everything. I'm thinking that if we bring a road off to here and do a neighborhood, then we could also bring a road up that way, and we could bring a road that way. And then maybe even a bus line. We have a bus station somewhere, don't we? No, but whatever. We can still run a bus line up there from the Metro. I think we have a bus line going up here. I know we've got the cable cars. We do have the cable cars that are moving quite a few people still. Yeah, quite a few. So anyways, I want to come up here. First of all, let's look and see how big these assets are. I haven't forgotten about the arena and the snowboard arena, but those are going to go down by where the ships come in. So Santa Claus Workshop, let's just drop these for now over here. And then a sleigh ride is almost as wide as Santa's Workshop. Okay, cool. That gives me an idea of what we are working with here and what we need to do. So what I'm thinking is having Santa Claus Workshop is like up front at the entrance and then having the sleigh ride behind it. Kind of like we did over here with these guys all in a line. Kind of the same thing, but up here. So I need to flatten an area. But we have extreme terrain changes up here. And that's climbing really, really fast. And I want it somewhat secluded. So maybe we go, instead of going way up in here. Because even if I, like, pick a height or an elevation in the middle, we are quickly creating cliffs and carving into the hill. Granted, that's all the space it would need. And then we can maybe smooth it out a little bit. Getting a road up here won't be the easiest, though. I mean, that could work. Something really small like that. But is that too far away? I think that's too far away. So let's undo that. There we go, like it never happened. And instead, let's get it more here. Not a huge amount farther forward, but I think this will be a little closer to everything that people will be willing to travel up here. So we want Santa's Workshop to be right along the front here. And I do want to look at my train. Come on, stay in. Since when can I not have train height and roads open? What? Oh, I know why. It's because we were underground. That's what's going on. Okay, I'm like, no, this has always been a thing that is possible. So we're going to bring that right across about like that, and then we're going to grab Santa's Workshop and bring that right over to here. And then I just want to see, how long is this? Roughly 600. If it doesn't go right up against the back of it, that's fine. So let's bring this out just a skosh. We need parking. And then we're going to bring a little space off here and clear Santa's Workshop. So we need to go back 1,000. And then I want a little space here and like right there. And then this should fit. Yes? Yes. I think I'd like to bring it back a little bit more though. I don't know, what's that look like right up against there? Yeah, we need to bump that back just a couple more tiles. It's like, hey man, I was using those roads, and yeah, I know. So let's go back to like there. That way there's just a bit of space separating those two. Cool. And then we can do some parking out along the edge here. Let's get our water pipes in. That should be sufficient. And then we just need to get a road. I want this to connect to there. And then I want this to kind of wind down and connect to what our neighborhood is going to be here. So maybe we just plan out the road for our neighborhood real quick. Whoa, that's the sky. Plan out this and see what we can get away with here. So we are going to do just a bit of a grid here, but it's not going to stay a grid. Well, it will, but it won't. But this is going to be just kind of a little neighborhood out over here to kind of support this area. But you can see that we quickly run into this line right here, and I kind of want to bring this down this way. So what I think we'll do is kind of taper these a little bit. Now that I know where that goes, that can go away. I do need to keep the train view open though. Hello, come back. Thank you. And that was 800, so that can go like that, and then this one can come off right here. What I'm hoping is, yeah, that we get right down here by the railroad, and that'll be kind of the end of it. We're not going to come all the way over to here, and then maybe if I'm lucky, that can go in like that. Is that what I really want to do there? I don't know. And you're like, what do you mean you don't know? You're the one building the city. Yeah, I know I'm the one building the city, but sometimes I look at something and I'm like, I don't know if that's exactly what I'm going for or not. But I think it'll work. What I don't think will work about it, though, is that it is a cul-de-sac. So we will make just one more connection right here. Somehow we wound up elevated. So we'll just tell it to put those on the road. Did we go up on the train there at all? Is that what happened? Yeah, I guess there are a few imperfections there. I would like that to all be flat. It's what it was supposed to be, so we'll just adjust real quick. And bring that all up to that, and that should have resolved it. This road here is still elevated. I didn't realize that. But that's an easy fix. And just bulldoze it. I could use the mods to do that, but or to upgrade it, but that works just as well. And now we should be mostly flat. Yeah, we're mostly flat. So one of the first things we need in this area is some death care. We don't have any death care over here. So the hearses are having to come from really far away, and that's never a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get some death care in here. I'm going to bring it off this side road. Now, I want to make an ugly interchange here. That's right, I'm making an ugly interchange on purpose. I mean, not ideal as interchanges go, but that happens. So now I want to look at my elevations up here, and this is where I'm worried that we're going to run into problems with the elevation if this is going to be too steep. What I'm going to do, just to start us off, just to see what we're dealing with in terms of elevation changes, and I'm going to do create curve right there. And then we're going to use the slope tool on this and see what we're looking at. And yeah, you know what? It's not too shabby. A 10% if I average it all out. So we may want to do a switchback on there, or maybe I'm just okay with it being a 10% grade. I mean, it's a mountainous area. You're going to have some places that have steep grades, but oof, that is very steep. Yeah, I think we probably would want to do a switchback on that. So let's do that. Let's switch back this, which means that this should probably come out this side instead, most likely. I do want to see what a connection this way is going to look like. Oh, really, that's just in the way there. I'm just going to use Anarchy and let that be really close because I really don't want to rebuild all that. So let's again come in with our curve mode, drop that in, and then see what our slopes are like here. And none are as severe. 4.8, I'm totally good with 4.8. We will fix the terrain here. We will just smooth it out to either side just to get rid of some of the cut and fill look that we have here. And I think that will do nicely. So now we've got a place that we can connect our water pipes because we know that this road is going to stay put and that I'm not going to be changing it again. Let's turn off our snap twos and follow this around. Get this connected, and we can start getting some passengers up here. Lovely. And then that should get them power. That should get them water. The only other thing that Santa Claus needs, and I apologize for my voice, I've been having a lot of trouble with my voice lately. Always a scary thing for a YouTuber to struggle with their voice. I think one parking lot will be more than enough, and we can put it back that way. That way we can also kind of hide it. So these dudes should start seeing some visitors, hopefully, soon. What we can do to help out the reindeer park, I think, is add a crosswalk right here by the parking lot and let people cross like that. And then we could maybe even add in some paths back here, though I don't really have a whole lot of room to do that in. Can you really, oh, let's say, can you really connect off of that? Since that's a sleigh ride, thankfully, no, you cannot. I do think I want to go across here, but I'd rather go like right in the middle of these two. And it's just not, the one time I want it to go between two of them, it won't. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just leave it alone and let people just walk across. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Looks like the reindeer getting a little lost there, doesn't it? But that's okay. It's so cool. It's just literally a sleigh ride out through the woods. And we'll get this all decorated and looking really nice. So we've got picnic tables. We've got extra reindeer sleigh ride carts. We've got something there. Hay, maybe? I don't know. That must be hay for the reindeer. But yeah, and we have a floating rock that I can't seem to click on. Hello? That rock apparently does not exist. You guys seeing this? There, I got it. It was just way up there for some reason. Cool. So, let's get a switchback planned. And of course, what we're looking at is to try to bring something down this way and then kind of just meander down the hill. So probably like I just demonstrated roughly there. And I'm not going to worry about it being super pretty right now. We can use mods to make this better. I'm just going to try to get it roughly where I think it should go. And then we'll worry about pretty after that. So let's do a straight stretch down to about there, and then another curve around. That's fine that that's not a perfect 90. Trust me, it's fine. Bring that out like about there. Just trying to make sure I have enough separation between the two areas so that when we do build in part of the next road, it's ready to go. So this is going to be a curve that slopes. They exist. I've driven on them. So not quite happy with how that has lined up, but this is where we can start doing some cleanup immediately, and we can do a range align mode and go from there to there. That's not a range align mode. I want a range align mode. Thank you. We can go from there to there and just straighten that out a little bit. Cool. So now you don't want your sharp curves to be at two different elevations. You want that whole curve to be one elevation. So we're now going to go into move it and grab that node and bring them up. And then we're going to do the same thing back here with this node, this node. I'm okay with a gentle curve going at a steep angle, but not much more than that. So I think that will level out here as we go around the sharper curve and then go down. So let's see what we can do to take care of slopes now. So we want to slope from here to there. We've got a big 12.3, but then we come out to a 5%, and that'll be fine. And then here I want to slope to right about there. 3.2, looking good. And then I want to go in from here back to here. And I'm just wondering if maybe we don't come all the way back here with this one. 5.5 overall. Yeah, that's a lot better. And I'm actually just going to leave our cut and fill look to this. I'll fill it in up here. But I mean, it's okay to have roads that don't perfectly blend in with the terrain. That happens when a project comes in and gets built. You do get that cut and fill look. And I don't think there's a problem with it. I would like these little areas to be filled in a little nicer and back here. But some of these steeper cliffs, I'm totally okay with, like right there where it's cutting in, and here where we clearly raised it up. I just wanted to clean this one up a little bit. Cool. So that gets our friends back here connected. Granted, there's no type of services back here, but that's okay. I think they'll be fine. There's a lot of people coming back here. That's really awesome. I was kind of hoping that would be what would happen if I connected to both areas. So that's a nice happy accident. I do want a bus route going up there, though. So we will have a bus route that stops just before the train station. And then get it to go up here. We'll have it stop right outside the parking lot. That way they can go to either one of those. Now, why would it go all the way around that way instead of this way? That's strange. It doesn't really seem like that is the best route. Is there something preventing them from turning? No, that's not a pedestrian street right here. This is, but yeah, the bus should be able to turn and go that way. But we'll see what happens. For now, I want to get some water pipes under the roads over here. Well, heating pipes. And get just a little bit of zoning into this area. Really odd way to lay water pipes, but you know, whatever. We did it, and we're going to live with it. So I want to get some commercial out here along the collector. Like that. Yep, that'll be fine. And then a little bit more in here. And then I want to look at services, starting with healthcare, which isn't the greatest out here, to be honest. But it is kind of close to that clinic. What we don't have is any type of childcare or schools out here for this area. And that I think we kind of need to address. So we're going to throw in and use a lot of our land for schools. It has to be done, though. I mean, there's really no way around this. Let's actually bump you over to here. And then bring that snowman park right there. That works. As always, our capacities are fine. It's just coverage is not. And if you have terrible coverage, well then you'll never get development happening. Oh, you will. It won't be to the degree you would really want it to be. Now I'm struggling to remember. It's been a while. Is this where the hockey rink is? Under this? Yeah. There it is. Hockey rink. Oh, well, running in that way then. That's totally fine. Now that gets us some schools and some better amenities. What's our fire coverage situation like? I almost wonder if we shouldn't go with the larger fire station since we do have some density here. And get the better coverage out of it. I mean, our cost difference, $560 a week versus $1440 a week. But if I build two of them, I'm already at 1,000, and we're gonna build a little bit over here as well, and that would eat into our coverage. So yeah, I think there's merit in losing a couple buildings and going with slightly bigger facilities here. What is that next to our police station? Yeah, we're going to do the same with the police station. So for now, we can say sayonara. And then, well, that one, oh, that's huge. I was really hoping to get one of these larger ones in, but have it fit where we've already left a gap. Not going to happen. But we are going to put that path back. Like that. And then we will de-zone that little bit. And then, what are you? You are a small bank. I'd like to get a police station in here as well. Kind of close by. So let's see what we can do about that. It doesn't fit. There, that fits. That'll work. That'll be fine right there. So then that should have gotten us fire coverage better out here. Yeah, it's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. And then our police coverage, same. Not perfect, but it is better. We don't have any type of elder care. No type of senior care. We may do the senior building over there and stick with the child care right there. So cool. That gives us some space to come in now and add some homes. Not a lot. We'll probably just leave the campus areas alone, though we could come in here with some houses. And I think we shall. And we're just going to go ahead and make them fairly dense. Yeah, let's just do density. I think it'll be fine. And I don't want to go all the way to the edge on that one. Just because I don't. And then we'll run back that way. And then I'm going to get rid of zoning on this road. Turn all of that off. And then upgrade that. There we go. I only need to do a couple areas just so we can get that zoning right there. Make sure I turn that back on so I don't forget that it's not zoning and wind up building the neighborhood, then wonder why nothing is growing. And we'll go there, and that will get us just a bit more housing and fill this area in. We do have this spot right here, though, that I didn't do anything with, and we will remedy that. I'm not going to do any commercial up to here because I think we might have a couple highway connections right here, and I don't want to have too terribly much traffic right here. So cool. I think that is starting to look really good. So let's move over into our other area here and take a look at a couple of things that we need to do. So before we get into building our next little neighborhood, I'm just looking here at the traffic. And we do have a lot of people wanting to turn there and a few that are wanting to go straight. And for the most part, they're getting blocked by all that. I don't really understand why that seems to have priority. There is no priority set there. There is no traffic light there. So for whatever reason, these guys are just choosing to yield to what's coming down the highway. But we did have quite a few people turning this way as well, wanting to come in over here. What I'm wondering is if we wouldn't benefit from a highway connection right here. And I think the answer is yeah, we probably would. So I'm going to try to follow the curve of the highway here as best I can for some ramps. Bring that to about there. Actually, let's start back here on this one, since it wants to kind of go a little wonky. And then we'll intersect there, and then I'm going to get rid of this, find where this is, and then come around here. That'll work. And then I just want to make a connection into here. It says slope too steep and all that good stuff, but we'll fix that. It'll be fine. And then get that one connected as well. And then flip that around and flip that little bit around. And then come back through and just elevate these bits that are right here, so that we can make a better connection all the way through. I really didn't want to go all that way back, but we'll live with it now that it's there. Cool. And then if we just slope this off, that should fix any issues that we have here. Let's get all this out of the way. So we slope from there to there, and that's fine. And then we will slope from here to here, and that's fine. And then I just wanted to put this first segment back on the ground. we go. And instantly we have people using that. We've only hooked up one side of it and we already have some traffic taking advantage of it. This looks really weird when you zoom out. Like, we lose some detail there. But it's clearly all connected. We could take that down to 2 lanes, do lane mathematics. I don't think it's really necessary unless this starts seeing a ton of traffic. But this is what I was hoping for, is that some of the people who are wanting to leave the city this direction would go that way instead of having to come out this way and cause more traffic down here. I'm also hoping that people who want to go over here will exit over here instead of way back here, and we won't see as many conflicts with people going straight through. Well, we already have a few. So we're backed up to about there at one point, so it's somewhat working, and hopefully it will continue to have an impact, especially once we add the on and off ramps for the other side. Yeah, I do believe it is working. We're seeing far less traffic backing up there, and I am seeing people exiting here. So we want to just give them the opportunity to go this direction and get off here as well. That way we're, again, just taking some of the pressure off of that other intersection. Yeah, I think it'll be a good thing. So let's just follow this around again to right about there and then make our connection somewhere. We may have to make that just straight right there. That'll work. And then find our next node, which is there. Follow this around. Right like that. Make a connection. Turn on anarchy. It'll be fine. Same thing here. Just get that connected and then get that connected. That did a very, very odd thing. I'm not sure what that's all about. There we go. And then once again, we will do a few upgrades. Once I can turn off all the tools, let's just get rid of all that for now. Now we can come in here and upgrade all but the final segment approaching the intersection. And that's beautiful. And then we will slope it. And wow, we've already got a lot of people using that just instantly. Normally it takes a minute for the traffic to realize there's a new route there, but today they're on it. So we'll go from there to there, and that gives us a 0.9. That's beautiful. And then from there to there gives us a 1.5, which is fine as well. So that should take care of things. I can think the only thing I want to do is come under here and just widen this a little bit so that there's an extra turn lane, or so there's a turn lane and 2 straight through lanes. So we are going to do that right there, and now we get that dedicated left and 2 straight throughs. And I think that'll help once we do eventually bring this around and connect it over here. I think that'll be very beneficial. So how many people do we have riding our metro now? Well, 3. I don't think that's true. Yeah, 131 passengers. And every time a ship comes in, we get more and more. And of course, there will be more and more just once we finally actually have some stuff over here. We've been working on this area for what seems like a really long time, but you know, it's kind of necessary. Here they come. I love it. It just cracks me up. Just one big mass of people all down into the stairs. And then instantly we see this stop just fill up with tons and tons of people. How many people were there this time? I'm going to say 320. All right, let's see. It's just a guess. I didn't look at the boat. I don't know. I was really hoping that wouldn't get there before the numbers. Oh, wow. I was way off. 263. That looked like a lot more than 263 people. Anyway, I think we've done some very good work today out there. 320. 330. Okay, so I was off a little bit, but that's okay. The last thing I want to investigate, though, real quick, is this bus line that we added. It currently has 10 buses on it. I think what I'd rather do is go with a higher capacity bus, but less of them. So we'll do 6 buses on this line. And I think that would be better just for traffic purposes. And then we obviously still need to do some detailing, and we need to do a lot of detailing in Pine Pass, actually. Hopefully I get to stream it soon, and we can get that done. And I want to change some of the roads over to not have parking and have the wide sidewalks to match like over here. We can add in some trees. And holy cow, where are all these people going? Where are they? Like, what? Where are you going? I want to look at just pedestrians and cyclists. Oh. They're all just walking into this neighborhood. Guess they're going to school? I don't know. That and the hockey rink. That's really cool. I dig it. So we've added a little bit of population. We have added in Santa's Workshop and the Sleigh Ride, which completes all but 2 of our winter unique buildings. We still have the snowboard arena and the ice hockey arena. And we are going to add one other sporting venue down way over there. But that's all going to come at a later time. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.